In this video, we will create the delicate beauty of cherry blossom by focusing on painting just two flowers using watercolors. Here is the sketch needed for this painting, and the link to the sketch is provided in the description. As these are white cherry blossom, we will focus solely on painting the shadowed areas of the flowers. I'm using wet on dry technique to paint these flowers. I'm using indigo pigment to paint the shadowed area of these flowers. We have to use only a light value of indigo pigment to paint these shadowed areas. I have added a reference picture at the right side of this video because a reference picture can guide us in understanding where the shadows fall and where to leave the paper white to achieve a more accurate depiction of the flowers. I suggest you to see this video in full screen in your gadget and increase the brightness so that you can see the detail, that is the white filament that is left unpainted, and its head is filled with gamboge yellow mixed with small amount of permanent orange. Next, I applied a light value of vermilion hue at the center of the cherry blossom, which is then followed by a mix of vermilion hue with small amount of indigo to paint the darkest part at the center of the cherry blossom. I increased the video speed by 5x to shorten the duration of this video because I'm using the same ideas and same pigment to paint this second cherry blossom. I have added my reference picture at the right side for this second cherry blossom. After painting the shadow part of the cherry blossom, we have to bring the flower into life by adding a background. For that, I'm using wet on wet technique. I just wetted the areas around the flower. After wetting the areas around the flower, I'm using indigo pigment to paint the background. While painting inside the flower, we used a light value of indigo pigment to maintain the overall brightness of the flower and the delicacy of the flower. If we have used a dark shade to paint inside the flower, it might make the flower to appear too heavy and dark. So to paint the shadow part inside the white flower, I used a light value of indigo, and to paint the background of this white flower, I used a dark value of indigo pigment. You can see how these flowers come to life little by little as we add the background. I mixed yellow ochre with indigo pigment to get a bluish green, which is used to add a variety of color to the background. It is important to work quickly when painting the background, especially in hot and dry weather. It's summer in India and my paper got dried too quickly at the left side of the flowers. So I'm going to re-wet the paper at the left side and then continue painting the background for the flowers. Next, we will use a dark value of indigo to highlight the gaps between the petals. This will help to define the shape of the petals and it will add more depth to the painting. So don't skip this step. Using indigo pigment, I added shadows of the filaments on the petals. I forgot to press the record button while painting the shadows of the filaments. After painting the flower, I allow the paper to dry completely and after that I remove the masking tape. We reached the end of this painting process. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you in another video. Until then, take care and bye bye from Prema.